Sometimes you can state a rule to describe a pattern. At other times, you have to do a bit of work to find a rule. A sequence is an ordered list of numbers. Each number in a sequence is a term of the sequence. You can represent a term of a sequence by using a variable with a subscript number to indicate its position in the sequence. For example, a sub 5 is the fifth term in the sequence a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4. We'll often refer to that value, in this case 5, as being the index value of the term. An explicit formula describes the nth term of a sequence using the number n. For example, in the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on, the nth term is twice the value of n. You write this as a sub n equals 2 times n. The table shows how to find a sub n by substituting the value of n into the explicit formula. So notice if n equals 1, a sub 1 equals 2 times 1, and that's 2. If n is 2, a sub 2 equals 2 times 2, and that equals 4, and so on. If asked to find the 10th term in the sequence, we would substitute 10 for n and find that a sub 10 equals 2 times 10, and that's 20. Similarly, the 101st term in the sequence would be exactly 2 times 101, or 202. Example problem 1, generating a sequence using an explicit formula. A sequence has an explicit formula a sub n equals 3n minus 2. What are the first 10 terms of this sequence? Well, our first step, write the formula. A sub n equals 3n minus 2. Second, we'll substitute 1 for n and simplify. And perhaps I'll generate this sequence, or at least the first few terms of the sequence, here in the space to the right, and talk through my process as I go. First, I would copy the formula that generates the sequence onto my page. Then, I want to know my first term, so I substitute 1 for n. And find that the first term equals 3 times 1 minus 2, and that's 1. To find the second term, I'd follow a very similar process, but instead of substituting in the value 1, I'd substitute in our new index value, which is 2. To find that a sub 2, being the second term in our sequence, is simply 3 times 2 minus 2. So 6 minus 2, 4. And then following a similar process, but probably not writing down as much of the work, I'd find the third term. Substitute 3 for n and find 9 minus 2, 7. The fourth term, 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 2, 10. Perhaps you can notice a pattern between these values. You should at this point be able to generate the first 10 terms of this sequence. And the first opportunity to show that you have got it in this section. A sequence has an explicit formula a sub n equals 12n plus 3. What is term a sub 12 in the sequence? Work carefully and make your selection from the choices below.